got Fabian in the background messing up our intro. It's all good, though. It's all good. We're going to keep it rolling. You want to edit that, you can. If not, that's fine with us.
We'll take it.
We'll take it. But once again, before I was rudely interrupted, we are That's Law, the podcast.
That's Law.
I am one of the hosts of the evening, Mr. Will, the underdog Richardson.
And I am April, a.k.a. Mother Goose. What's up?
And
they allowed me to come back.
Allow me to introduce and present to others.
I know, right?
The one and only.
The one and only.
Derek Munchie.
Munchie. I like Munchie.
Vegan D.
Vegan D.
I can go with Munchie. Vegan D cool too, but Munchie is.
Munchie
in the house.
Munchie. And guess what, y'all? We have a special guest tonight.
Yes.
Been trying to get him here for a whole month.
Mm-hmm.
But he's such a busy guy this time.
Yes.
This season.
They call him Mr. Bill Street.
They call him Mr. Bill Street.
Mm-hmm.
They call him
Buck Nasty.
Oh, man.
The one and only Jay Buck will be on the show as well today.
Yes.
Having a little talk about the music and what he's got going on. And we'll hit him with some tough questions for y'all out there so y'all know what's going on with Jay Buck.
Well, let's stop first.
All right.
My sister is not here tonight, and we definitely got to give her a shout out.
Give a shout out to my lovely wife, LaTanya.
Yes. LaTanya. We miss you, sis. Oh, my. Okay.
Hey, Marcus died.
All right. Well,
Marcus, darling.
we know how LaTanya makes him feel.
Well,
right?
supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. With an extra doses on it.
Okay, then.
All right. But now she's at home. She played golf. So we went to play golf for the first time since we were down in Gulfport, like in February. So, of course, we're rusty and we look like some beginners. But it was cold out there.
It was cold out. It was cold that night.
It was cold that night. Wind blowing, then it get hot, the sun will come out, you know what I'm saying? Then it get cold again. She got on like 3 layers of clothes, so she's sweating up under there. Woke up the next morning, hey, how you doing? I said, she said, do I have COVID? I said, I hope not, because I've been inside you all night.
No.
Tell we just came out these masks.
Tell you. And so she's just like, oh man, the weather messed her up. So she won't be here tonight, but the show will still go on.
I got you tonight, sis. I'll stand in for the
I
women.
stepped in too, you know what I'm saying? I'm always the fill-in guy. Like,
Yes.
I guess I'm still the side guy.
Side guy. Still the side guy in
Still the side
effect.
guy. Even on the show, I'm the side
Side
guy.
guy in effect. So, how was your week?
Man, my week is good. I found out yesterday that my daughter will be getting her baptism. They call it water baptism at Life.
Yeah.
And I'm super excited. Then I looked at the date. It's 16.
Right.
So I'm like, man, I hope it's the morning service and not the afternoon service, because them Grizzlies playing this. If they gonna baptize my daughter at 11:30.
Sad.
Gotta go
Sad,
see.
man.
Go
You can
Grizz.
You
Go
can
Grizz.
record the Grizz. You can't record your baby.
Oh, they can record that.
That,
FaceTime.
yeah, whatever.
FaceTime. That be at the game, like,
whatever. No, you better be at church looking at the game. Lies.
So, what about your week?
And my week was good. I had a great one. Enjoyed some getting out, enjoying the weather and things of that nature. I enjoyed my babies, of course, and man, just loving life and no complaints on this end.
That's good.
I had a great Easter holiday with my brothers
Yes,
and family,
yes.
and everything was great celebration. Everybody's here, so all is well. What about you?
Let the church say amen.
Church.
You did very good on the grill, by the way.
Well, thank you.
I wish I could have tried it.
That's one thing that I'm thankful for having a father that taught us how to cook.
Yeah.
Because he always told us, like, a guy has to know how to cook.
For real.
Because if you don't have a woman, then you starving.
Yeah.
And
You still can have a woman be starving.
and sadly today, in these days, women can't cook.
Yeah, not all.
Not all of them can cook.
And they ain't gonna cook, even if they can.
Yeah.
I'm just, sis, I'm sorry. It's just what it is.
Yeah.
It is. I'm
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
Yeah, they stepped out of that role.
Yeah.
They said, you know what, that was what Grandma did. And
Yeah.
I watched Grandma be in that kitchen, and she was unhappy every day.
And-
But,
Man.
it would be good to find somebody that can cook.
Yes,
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
you should. I think it should be a balance.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be one more than unless you just a great cook, but still, it's okay for you to have your specialty and say, tonight, I got, this and that. And that's one thing about when I was married, and I'm single, by the way, yeah.
Yes.
But when I was married, my husband, and ex-husband and I, we took turns. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, is it your husband or your ex-husband?
My ex-husband.
Okay.
Yeah, my ex. You see, I corrected that. Ex-husband. We used to take turns, and he might had Monday and Wednesday and Sunday, and I might have Tuesday, Thursday. We might have like Friday where we go out to eat. Saturday we go out to eat, but we shared that responsibility, and I think that's a good thing.
That's cool. I don't like a lot of uniform stuff, so it's kind of
It's not really uniform. We just discuss it. Hey, I got dinner tonight.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, dang, he did it last night. I guess I need to chime in and say.
Right,
so that's
right.
how it was.
Yeah. See, like for me, I like to cook. So over the years, me and Tanya have been together for 10 years. I do all the cooking.
And nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but I enjoy doing the cooking. You know what I'm saying? I just like, for some reason, I like preparing my own food.
Can she cook?
Yeah, she
Tanya,
can cook.
fire cooker. Yeah, she cooked good.
I was just
Man, Tanya Treats. Shout out to Tanya Treats.
Yeah.
Don't come from my wife like that.
No,
man.
I wasn't coming for your wife.
Hey, I'm telling you, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that.
I gotta put him on the spot. On
Yeah, I know, right? Because he quick on us, ain't it? Yeah.
Look, she ain't here.
Yeah,
So don't tell the truth.
She ain't here to defend herself, man.
Right, look, don't tell the truth.
Yeah.
I cook because she
You
can't cook.
yeah.
Oh, no.
But I can test. Tanya can cook. She can
Yeah.
cook.
She cooked better than you.
Okay, I'm silent.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, my week was interesting. Of course, like I said, I played golf, and it was Easter weekend. But, being a politician, some things happened within our state that were very, very uncalled for and disrespectful to democracy. And so I got a few phone calls, of course, letting me know that State Rep Justin Pearson would be getting expelled. And I was like, whoa, okay, what does this mean? First thing I thought, why? Why would somebody be expelled? I mean, when you think about expulsion from school, if you got a phone call from your school that said your child was expelled, you thinking some real off the wall stuff. Like they done did something real. Like it's drugs in the backpack, a gun in the backpack. This wasn't any of that. This was the fact that they wanted to protest about gun reform. And, they felt like their voices wasn't being heard, so they grabbed bullhorns and went to the podium and they shouted out with the protesters. And because of his bravery, it has opened the door to a whole new set of things that are going on in politics in Tennessee.
Right.
So when they did expel him, they didn't know what the rules were. So I got a lot of phone calls saying, Will, are you going up? You're going up. You're going up. And, I didn't know if I was or not. I would like to think that, if there was an appointment that didn't include him, that I would be the state representative for the work that I do within the community. But then I was thinking, I told him, I said, you know what? I really don't want it like that.
Right.
You want it from the people, you know what I'm saying? And so, he is the people's choice, and so he deserves to be the people's voice. And so,
that's big,
so
bro.
I told him, I said, you know what, man? It ain't even about, it's bigger than me.
Right.
It's about showing.
Somebody shoot the dog.
We got a dog. We got a dog in the backyard. Got a dog upstairs.
Sorry.
But it's bigger than me.
Hold on.
because
Let's stop right there.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you why. You see how that dog bar just changed the whole conversation about what you were talking about. When they went to Tennessee and they did what they did, we lost focus on what
they
the
was
whole point
fighting for.
is.
Right.
And the point is, we're trying to get these guns and these more stricter gun laws,
Right.
things of that nature. We had another shooting today in Louisville. It's gonna be another one next week.
Of course.
It's gonna be another one the week after that.
Yeah.
Right.
But we're playing this Republican Democrat game,
Right.
There you go.
and we're losing focus. Everybody focus now is on getting these two gentlemen back into the state House of Representatives, and we're not even talking about the guns anymore. Even Obama, Biden, Harris, Tyler Perry, Crump, all it turned into like a civil rights movement,
Right,
and it's
right.
like these guys were mistreated. Hey man, what
About the gun
guns?
laws.
Right. No, I'm with that. And I think that when they go back up, and I think they appointed Justin Jones to go back up today, they got a funny rule in Nashville where they have to vote if it's okay to put them back in, and then if it's okay to put them back in, who all wants them in. So he got 36-0 voting, votes.
Yeah, so he's all the way in.
So he's all the way in, and that's cool. Send him back up. But now that we back up here, we back on gun reform. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
It's only like 4-day period,
Right.
4-5-day period where we're talking about a pause in it.
Right.
Now we're right back to what we're doing with these guns.
Well-
And it was funny about guns. You and I talked about it, and I was saying like, that's why you got to be around wise people, smart people, and two heads are better than one. So, Derek and I were talking, and I was like, well, if we stop manufacturing AK-47s and Dracos and AR-15s, those are the top 3 that people are really worried about. I said people would still have those guns in their homes.
Already,
right?
yeah.
So they wouldn't turn them in. You just couldn't buy any more. But then Derek said something profound. He said, no, we're just going to stop making ammunition.
Yeah.
So you can have a gun
Right.
that don't have any bullets to
Right.
it, and it's ineffective.
Right.
Right.
And like I said too, the law need to be if you're on one of those assault rifles
Mm-hmm.
and they're no longer manufacturing bullets for those guns. You get caught with one with some bullets in that gun,
Mm-hmm.
man, that's a felony.
Felony. Yeah.
Felony.
Yeah.
Right.
You're not supposed to have it. So you
Right.
bought
Right.
it, and now you get caught with it, and you got a bullet in there,
Right.
or any bullets even in the car around that gun
Yeah.
that fit that gun.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Charge.
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 Yeah. So, I'm rooting for Justin Pearson and Justin Jones. I just want to make sure that I let people know that.
That's
'cause
right, Will.
I really hadn't really talked about it a lot
Right.
because I got so many phone calls. And I was like, look, bro, it's bigger than me.
Sure, right.
What we got right now is an opportunity to do a push.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? To
Right.
change the way things are done and
Right.
have been done in Tennessee for so long.
Yeah.
That's right.
And so I'm proud of those 2 guys because they took it to the line.
They did.
And talk about passion. When you do things like that, that's your true passion.
Right.
And if you are not willing to lose your position on what you stand
Right.
on, it's probably not your passion.
That's it.
If you at a job that you ain't willing to I'm gonna walk up to the CEO and tell him how I feel. If you can't do that, it's probably not your passion.
That's right. That's right.
Because 9 times out of 10, you will find that when you get to that point, people start to listen.
Listen, yeah. They listening now.
Yeah, I believe you.
Right.
I
right,
believe you.
Right.
So yeah, shout out to Justin Pearson, man, District 86 state
Shout
representative.
out, Justin.
And we're gonna keep it moving.
Keep it going.
Hey, look,
like
so
the fro.
we're gonna get into this topic, and we're gonna talk about the topic for a quick second.
All right.
Then we're gonna bring in Jay Buck, cause Jay Buck just tapped his watch. He got a G5 plane waiting
I
outside.
know, right.
Gotta hit the studio.
Yeah, you got things to
Gotta
do.
hit the studio.
Places to be, people to see.
You know what I'm saying? Things to do.
Songs to sing, songs to write.
You know what I'm saying? So the topic for tonight.
Bring it on home to us, bro.
No, it's not about side chicks. It's not
I'm
about
so
side
glad.
chicks.
I'm so over that.
Yeah, the side chick thing. I think we beat it in.
Yeah,
I
but
think
you
people-
opened a lot of people's minds.
yeah,
I mean,
man.
people have been awakened. Hell, I've been awakened.
Yeah, we're good.
And I revealed something that was real.
Yeah.
That's side
Yeah.
eyes.
Right.
Yeah.
So, we try to tie in. We talked about a little bit of politics, business we'll talk about, and relationships. And I think these 2 kind of go hand in hand with the relationships and business. But we're going to talk about reasons why people don't go or don't let go of unhealthy relationships. Like, why are you still there?
Yeah.
Why are you still dating that person, but you unhappy? What is it that's keeping you in this house? And so we're going to talk about reasons why people stay in these relationships. Now, we'll do the disclaimer.
That's right. Here, please listen.
This is just a podcast.
Just a podcast.
Just the opinion of 3 people.
Opinion.
Opinion.
Mine's the truth.
Don't listen to this podcast and go home
Please.
and lose your relationship.
Don't.
Lose it if it's not worth it.
Just consider what we're saying and take it as information.
There
and,
you go.
And use it accordingly.
There you
Use
go.
it to your fullest advantage.
All right.
It's always one in the room.
It's always one.
It's always
one
one.
in the room.
Why don't you gonna get it?
Okay. All right. Well, look, after this break right here, we're going to bring in Jay Buck.
Yes.
And maybe we'll ask him a couple of questions on, what you
Relationships.
should do. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He sings. He romantic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
man,
right,
see
man.
what-
I'm sure you had to let a lot of folks down.
All right. All right. We'll be back in 1 second, y'all.
All right.
That's it. And we're back
Yes, we are back.
with That's Law. Well, as promised, we got my guy, Jay Buck, in the building.
Woo woo.
What up, what up, what
Jay
up, Doc?
Buck is in the building.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes.
let me tell you about Jay Buck. So, for me, of course, we had the speakeasy and
Yeah.
everything. We wanted to do live music, and everybody was like, "You need to have this person, this person, this person." And then I heard more Jay Buck than anybody else.
Right.
And keep in mind, I'm kind of off of the R&B, the new R&B
Right.
scene and everything in the city because I don't really get out much. Don't have time to get out. But everybody was like, Jay Buck, then somebody else. Jay Buck, Jay Buck, Jay Buck, Jay Buck, then somebody else. So I'm like, who is Jay Buck?
Who is
How
this
can I
Jay
get a
Buck
hold of
guy?
Jay Buck? met a guy named Travis Terry. And I said, hey, man, you can do the keys and everything. You know somebody named J Buck? He was like, man, that's my dog.
Right.
So we hooked it up. And the rest is history, man.
The rest is history.
When the first time he came in there, because some people say they can sing,
Yeah.
but they really
They
can't
can't.
sing. You be like,
I can get up there and do that.
yeah, you need some more practice. When this guy got on stage and did his thing, I mean, he
Yes.
sang song after song after
Yep.
song consistently.
Yes.
And then he just like, I mean, I don't even know, like alto, tenor,
Tell him,
soprano.
he can sing Patti LaBelle. It's
Patti
not like Patti
LaBelle.
LaBelle. Like,
He sing it. He sing it.
it's not like that, but you know.
Yeah, no, nothing like that.
Nothing,
All right,
not
all
by
right.
any, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well,
We'll work on it. We'll work on it.
Thank you, thank you.
so J Buck, like, how long have you been singing?
Well, first of all, man, appreciate the kind words, and I always appreciate you having me in your spot.
Oh, yeah, man, for
Fat
sure.
Charlie's is one of my favorite gigs to do, man. It's very laid back. Real people come through there, so I love the acoustic vibes. I've been singing since I was, let my mama tell it, 2 years old.
Okay.
Oh,
So
wow.
she said I was singing before I could talk. So
All right.
That's cool.
Mama said it got to be gospel. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, Whitney Houston was like the first song I ever sang. Like in the back of the car, we riding home from daycare. At night.
You
And I just
like-
broke into it, and she was like, "What the hell is wrong with this boy?" But yeah, growing up in the church, I was very, very shy as a kid.
Wow.
And then a lady by the name of Hazel Hooks, God rest her soul, she was over our angel choir.
Right.
And she said, I want you to go out here and sing this song. And she puts me out there, and I heard about 5 women scream, and it was on since then.
They were screaming at church. They were screaming at the
In
church.
church.
Like, yeah, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's good or not.
I know, right? Like,
I didn't know if it was good or not either, but I like the way it
it
made me
motivates
feel.
you, know.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah,
So
that's got me my start.
right. So then you start like just wanting to do R&B in the city, or like
Well, I mean, it started in high school. I went to Whitehaven High School, shout out. But we used to have all these talent shows. And so I had a homie of mine. He was like, bro, we can do that. You know, we used to sing in a concert choir together, what have you. But I wasn't taking it seriously at that particular time. A lot of people know that I'm a super, super nerd. I love history. I
Yeah.
love reading. I love writing. Like, I'm a songwriter by trade. And so when he said that, I was like, okay, I ain't really sure about being on stage. I like being behind the scenes. But then we got out there once again.
Ladies.
Heard them scream. I said, man. But then it was like there was something therapeutic about being on stage that I gravitated towards. And, you know, the music that we were doing in concert choir helped strengthen my voice. And so I'm operatically trained, jazz trained. So I can scat, I can do opera, I can sing bass, I can sing soprano, I can sing alto, I can sing tenor. But it all started because I just wanted to be curious about what I didn't know.
Okay.
And so I sang bass in high school in concert choir, but then when our time was done to do our parts, I would sing with the altos. I would sing with the sopranos. I would sing with the tenors to find out what they were doing too.
Yeah.
Because if I understand what they're going to be, it makes my job easier because I know where I need to be as far
Okay.
as like sonically where my voice needs to fall.
right.
And then from that, I just learned more about harmony, learn more about writing, and just gain more confidence.
Right.
That's awesome.
Then when I went to college, then that's really when it,
Look at the
They got
smile.
different.
Look at it. Look at it.
That's what I'm talking about. It's like,
got-
like,
they got-
yeah,
they got
yeah,
different.
It got real good. It got real good.
got benefits.
And I was like, oh, okay, all right. Some different attention over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Awesome.
So like, what's your favorite artist, or like who truly inspires you to be who you are today?
Great question. So my favorite artist of all time is Prince Rogers Nelson. That's my man. 1,000 Grand. So Prince, Stevie Wonder, I already said Whitney Houston, but I love jazz. I love Sarah Vaughan, Ella Fitzgerald, Billie Holiday, those, and of course I like all the local cats. I like Isaac Hayes, Al Green.
Yeah.
Bill Withers is one person that always inspired me because a lot of people don't know Bill Withers was 33 years old
Yeah.
by the time he dropped his first single. And
Yeah.
boom.
That's
took
it.
off.
That's it.
And it was always an inspiration to me because it lets you know that it's never too late.
It's never too late.
It's never
That's
too
it.
late.
That's
Never
it.
too late.
It's
That's
about being
right.
at the right place at the
That's
right time.
right.
That's why I
right.
tell people about business. Like, if you just do what you're doing, then you're gonna bump into your opportunity.
That's it.
Like, opportunities are waiting
Facts.
for us.
Right.
Yeah.
But we be waiting on opportunities.
Right.
Opportunities like, hey man, I'm
right
here.
Right. Right.
But you get that phone call. I like music because I hear about the stories like of the great people like Beyonce knows and,
Yeah.
and Destiny Child and what got them there.
Right.
Just taking
How
those
to
risks.
start, right.
You know what I'm saying? They were girls' time.
Right.
Yeah.
And they
He
was
had to
girls'
sold a
time.
house.
Had to sell a house. Had a separation with his wife.
Right.
Because she was like, I thought we said we were done after was it Star Search?
Star Search, and they didn't win.
And he said, nah, man, they good, man. We just got to sell the house. We need some more money.
Mm-hmm.
He took that money and gave it to Wyclef Jean, and then you got No, No, No.
Right.
But if she had really had that much influence on Kenneth Knowles, and he
Right.
said, you know what, okay, we going to stop here. There is no Beyonce.
Yeah.
Beyonce, we don't get it.
Jay-Z don't get a chance to marry Beyonce. Or
Right.
Beyonce don't get a chance to marry Jay-Z.
Yeah, flip that the other way.
Man, Beyonce is working at Kroger
Right.
in Houston, Texas.
Right.
Pushing the basket.
That's it.
Yeah, man.
It's so,
Common.
yeah. So you know, what I'm saying? I mean, you hear those stories. I hear about this guy that I was crazy about. He's done some bad things, but R. Kelly's story and startup story was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
He
inspiring.
used to play the keyboards in the subway.
Right.
And he would get money, and then he met somebody in the subway that said, "Hey, give me a call. I want you to be in this play."
Right.
And so he said, all right, man, and he packed his stuff up. And a couple of weeks later, he went to the play to audition. And the guy told him, man, we already got everything filled. And he was like, no, bro, you told me you had me something. He said, man, the producer said, that's it. So he started singing Amazing Grace. I mean, to the top of his lungs on the stage. Security is pushing him out the building.
Right.
He's still singing Amazing Grace.
Wow.
Guy named L.A. Reid is in the building and hears him sing. Say, who's that guy?
He's persistent. He's determined.
You gotta be willing
Willing
to
to-
put your feet to the fire
That's
Yeah,
it.
man.
to get to that next level.
That's it.
That's it.
If he'd have thrown him out and then he just back in the subway.
Subway.
Might not be in jail though. Okay, that's another
That's
story.
no story.
another story.
Keep the pot rolling. Keep the tape rolling.
I thought
Keep
about
it
the
rolling.
damn man. Was it a good thing? Maybe
Or a
LA,
bad thing.
maybe it's
He
L.A.
would-
Reid fault.
He would have been in jail still.
Think of all the girls we could have saved.
Could have saved.
Y'all so bad. I cannot.
So what's the goal for J Buck next? I mean, right now you killing the music scene in the
Thank you,
city.
man. Thank you, man.
And whenever there's a J Buck post out, it's
oh
always
my
packed.
God.
It's always
packed house.
Packed house.
No room, no seats,
Nope.
walls, people standing up on the walls, ready to listen.
Yeah.
So what's the next move?
The city has been, man, more than great to me, and I love it. And it was weird for me because I left and went to college in Murfreesboro and did some singing in Murfreesboro and Nashville, and then moved back home.
Okay.
And I had to work my way up from the bottom. You
That's
know?
right.
And as you should. And Memphis is one of the hardest markets to tap into. I always tell people because people can literally walk into any church off the street and hear somebody that sounds as good as you sound. So
Right.
what are you going to do that's different? Has always been my perspective and my take on it. And I do me. I got 3 projects that are out. I came in the game doing my own music and doing covers. I've been on tour in Europe, and put the money up for it and
Right.
fundraise and did all of that. So my goal is to get back out there and do that. May 12th, open it up for Boys to Men. And so
That's
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
talking
That's
about.
what I'm talking
super
about.
excited for
Yes,
that.
yes. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And so once again, but to your point, it's one of those opportunities that kind of fell in my lap. I didn't go looking for Boys to Men or their program for PR or their agent or anything like that. I don't know those people. You
Right,
know?
right,
It's
right,
just
right.
Opportunity came.
You know
to
I'm
me.
now though.
Yeah, no, not so. And so that's the good thing is that you add those contacts to your to your deck, and so it's just being able to maneuver that way. And for me, it's just more songwriting and more learning and more growing. And for me, it's all about just making sure that I tap into the people that love J Buck and love Buck Nasty and love what I do, and just keep feeding them.
Can
so
we ask you how did you get the name Buck Nasty?
that's a
Let
long
the
story.
ladies want to know that.
The ladies want to know that.
Crickets. Where did Buck Nasty come from?
So wild story. Can I cuss on this podcast?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, go
Okay,
ahead.
so crazy shit. So we at the bowling alley, it's me and my partners or whatever. And so this girl walks in, and back then, if you said you was on the bowling team, you got the bowl for free essentially. And so we at the bowling alley, and this girl walks in. She had some gum, and I asked her if she have some more. And she was like, "Nah, this is the only piece I got." And she stuck it out like that in the teeth. And so I walked up on her and I kissed her dead in her mouth, and I took the gum out of her mouth.
Oh, you nasty.
And then that's exactly what they said. They said, you nasty. And my boy said, matter of fact, you buck nasty.
Buck nasty.
And that was that ever since.
There it is.
There it is, ladies.
And that's law.
The law.
That's law.
The law pulled the truth out.
Hey, ladies,
The law.
next time y'all hear him singing, just go up there to him, put a little gum like that, see what he do.
See,
Nah, I can't do that now.
That's what I said. I just gonna ask you. I would ask you. I said before you do that,
Before
let's
you do
ask
that,
this
ladies.
guy.
Be
this
mindful.
question.
This was like 08. This was pre a lot of laws and movements.
Yes.
Fiancés and all of that.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
talking about.
So we always talk about single, married, divorced, or widow. Which one are you?
I am on the way to married.
You're engaged.
I'm engaged.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah. So I got engaged on February 12th at the Orphan Proposed on stage.
Oh wow.
That's great.
Yeah. Shout out to my fiance, Miss Chastity J.
All right.
Yeah. Getting married in September. So
See,
Awesome.
so he got Buck Nasty
yeah.
and Buck Chastity.
The nasties.
The nasty. That's awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. That's
Yeah,
my
man.
biggest gig this year. So
Okay.
That's right,
So
definitely.
he gonna walk down the aisle and then he gonna sing at his own wedding.
Are you gonna sing?
nah.
No singing. No singing.
No, he might have boys to men there by then.
There you go. Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, that'd be nice.
Yeah,
Real
man.
nice.
You gotta just speak these things to
It's
the
some extra
atmosphere,
points.
man. Yeah,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
be
yeah.
like, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? I had a real good time with
Yeah.
y'all, man. Got this wedding coming up. I'm so excited.
Yeah, for sure.
Ooh, coming down the aisle and singing, I'll make love to you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Great.
it. That's awesome.
That'd be great.
Yeah,
Be a great night.
yeah.
They might come down and jump. Boom, 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 da da, boom, 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 da da, da 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 da.
Okay, we're back.
Yeah. So, have you ever been in a relationship? So we're
Okay.
talking about the topic of relationships. Have you ever been in a relationship that you should have left but you didn't leave? And
Yeah.
why didn't you leave?
I love this topic because I mean it's something that in particular as Black people that we need to talk about, right? Because I mean a lot of our relationships are formed out of trauma bonds, right? And so with the things that we find in common are the pain that we experience.
Come on with it now.
And so because of that, you say, well, I'm gonna stay with this person because I feel like they can connect or relate to what I've been through,
Right.
But we all know the expression hurt people. Ain't nobody ever said hurt people love people.
Right.
Come on.
You know what I mean? And so I think we don't take the time to learn how to love ourselves properly.
That's right.
Right.
And so we rush into trying to love somebody else to fill that void of
Right.
what we missed. But we skip over so many steps. And I've been in relationships like that to where it's like I'm literally just attaching onto this person because of what I'm experiencing or what I'm feeling or what we can connect on, which all we got in common is pain.
That's
Pain.
it.
We don't have nothing in common. Like we can't talk about music. We can't
Right.
talk about the type of movies we like. This is
Right.
all like, well, my daddy did this to me. Well, my daddy did that to me. And my mama did this. And my mama said that. And so, through that, I had a relationship in particular that comes to mind where we were bonded by grief.
Right.
I was dealing with the death of my grandfather at a particular time, and she was dealing with the death of her father at that particular time, and we just bonded over that. But then once the dust cleared and we started to heal from both of those things, we realized, oh, shit, like, we don't really like each other. Huh?
Right. Who are you again?
I'm healed. I'm healed, and you're still grieving. So
Yeah, it's time for me to
I'll let you.
Yeah.
Because everybody has their own pace at which they heal.
That's true.
And so when you rush into relationships, then you run the risk of hurting somebody even more.
that's
That's
true.
true.
That's true.
Good
So,
stuff.
hey, that's deep.
Very deep.
We're gonna leave you on a high note because everybody's like, "Fuck,
I know.
that's me. That's me."
I know, right?
Yeah.
Jay Bucksy, don't leave just yet.
Don't
man.
leave.
Figure it out.
Hold
first.
on, figure it out.
Don't leave just yet.
Have an exit plan.
If you could perform or do a duet with any artist in the world right now, who would you do that with?
Ooh, this is a good question. Trying to find out how I can answer this question and not get in trouble when I get home.
Right.
I love Ari Lennox.
Ari Lennox is the bomb.
She is.
Ari Lennox is
She
my girl.
is.
So me and my girl went to see her in Nashville recently because she wouldn't let me go by myself. So we had to
Wonder
drive
why.
up.
Because she knows she love him.
So I know what you like. Yeah, little chocolate.
My wife won't let me see Oprah for no reason.
Oh, no. Can't leave you alone with Oprah.
No.
That's too easy, man.
Come on.
That's no. But yeah, man. Ari Lennox, if I could do a duet with anybody, man, I love her. I think she's dope. Second to that, there's an artist named Coco Jones.
Yes.
Yeah. Bel Air. Y'all check her out, man. She is amazing. She got a song called "ICU" that's crazy. I got the joint on repeat right now.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
Yeah, her
That's
voice is
crazy.
phenomenal. So
Man, I mean, I saw her on Bel Air, didn't know who she was.
Right.
And at the
Excuse
speakeasy,
me.
we're playing this song all the time. And I love that song. Like, who is that? Like, that's
Yeah.
Coco Jones. And then one day on my TikTok, I saw the lady from Bel Air
Yeah.
singing Coco Jones' song. I'm like, is she lip singing it or is she for real? Like, no,
That's
that's
Coco Jones.
that's Coco Jones. I'm like, oh snap, that's not Ashley Banks. That's what's her name?
Hillary.
That's
Yeah.
Hillary Banks, man. I'm like, wow.
hey, crazy little known Black history fact. Her dad played for the Titans, man.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah, man, football player.
Wow.
Yeah, played in the league.
Must be in the Houston Oilers, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, back when. Yeah,
Okay, I was
yeah,
finna say,
yeah.
I'm saying,
But he,
it scared me for a minute. I'm like, man,
take it back.
cause she a grown woman. I'm like, man, he probably.
Yeah, man.
Hey, man.
I mean,
Crazy.
she like 22, 23.
Okay,
somewhere in that range. Yeah.
How long the Titans been in Memphis, Tennessee?
Man,
About
we
12,
we won the
13?
Super Bowl. What was that?
Longer than that?
It's been there a minute.
2000?
Okay, 23,
So
24
He could
years.
have played for the Titans.
Yeah.
Good air.
Good at.
Okay,
Good
all
air.
right. Little Black History, man. Appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
Get off my show, man.
Hey,
Hey, we'll be back in a minute. We're gonna get into these topics, man, and get to jumping. Man. Why won't you leave?
Why?
And we're back with That's Law, the podcast. Just had Jay Buck
Man, amazing.
on the
I thought
podcast.
y'all was gonna get him to sing or something.
Well, man, you know what, man, you know.
Why he didn't sing something?
Because it costs to sing,
Sing,
man.
yeah,
He,
man. This
he
is-
probably would have charged us, man.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, that's true.
That's
Got
true.
a
This
budget.
man opening up for boys to men.
Boys
Come
to
on,
men,
now.
man.
Man, I could have opened up for Boys and Men.
Do you think?
Back in 1998?
Never. 19 never.
I actually saw Boys to Men in concert. Have you seen them in concert?
I have not.
I have.
So this is back at UT Chattanooga. We're playing football,
Okay.
and we're in the Roundhouse, which is the basketball stadium where they have the concerts for Chattanooga. It's like the FedEx Forum or the Pyramid at the time, right? And but it's on campus. So our workout facility is also in the Roundhouse. So we just went upstairs into the film room, and Coach let us sit in the film room. And then when the show started, we just kind of like walked down and got into the crowd and everything. But we had a bird's eye view from the third level of the Roundhouse, where the coaches' offices are, and we were standing like right over Boys to Men while they were singing. I hate Boys to Men music. I got like 2 songs I
What's the
like.
2 songs you like?
50 Candles and
The candles. Yes.
the other one is like on Bended Knee.
Okay, mine's is Water Run Dry. And then
See, I don't. There's no way to the-
that mother they were called.
Nah, man.
It is.
It was the violins and everything.
Yes.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I ain't
I
like,
like
that.
that song. I'm doing just fine.
Oh yeah, I'm doing
Just
just
fine.
Yeah, that's good too.
Getting along very well without you in my life.
Okay, so you quick to say goodbye then.
Yes. Well, I used to not be, but I have gotten that spirit.
You got in that way now.
I have.
I think you should cut it off when you find it's time to cut it off.
So-
Cut it off.
Get back on the topic.
Yeah.
The reason why people can't let go.
Yes.
Number one.
I just feel like
okay, tell
I'm
me.
just gonna say this. I feel like it's double C
Double C.
or triple C.
Triple C.
C,
What's
okay.
that?
Comfortable, companionship, and convenience.
Convenience.
I
Okay.
think that's why people don't let things go. You know, probably about that between 3 to 6 month mark.
Yes.
If this person is right for you or not. And for some reason, we kind of sit there and be like, wait a minute, let me see if this person can change and do this and do that. You just seen all the signs. People can
Right.
put on a representative for the first 3 months.
Yeah.
That 6 month, you getting who you gonna get.
Like we used to say in the streets, it's only so long a fake thug can pretend.
Yeah.
You know, and
Absolutely.
it's just like, come on, bro. You know what I'm
it.
saying? So,
That's true.
So, but you're right. But we see the signs, and so we're going to talk about reasons why people stay. And you said companionship,
Convenience.
convenience, and
And
comfort,
comfort.
And comfort.
and comfort,
Or
and comfort.
comfort or comfort.
Comfortability.
Comfortability.
Okay. So let's see. Number one, the number one reason is what, April?
You fear being alone and assume being with anyone is better than being alone.
I think a lot of people right now are with their significant other because they rather have a piece of a relationship
Yes,
than no relationship at all.
that's true.
And people just sit around and
That's the
deal
convenience.
with
Right.
it's the convenience piece of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
For many, the fear of being alone and low self-worth are powerful motivators for remaining in relationships past their expiration date.
I like that.
And I think that everybody knows when their expiration date
Oh
is.
yes,
Oh, yeah, you
yes.
can smell it.
And this is what I found out listening to men and women within my 46 years of being on this planet. When men leave, they leave right then and there abruptly. But women can stay in the same household with you or the relationship with you and have been gone 3-4 months ago,
A year ago.
a year ago, just making an exit strategy, getting their ducks in order.
Yep.
And so you thinking you breaking up with her, but really, in reality, she was gone a long time ago.
Yeah.
Probably why you felt the way you felt, because she had already disconnected anyway.
That's
You know
true.
what I'm saying? But people still stay beyond that. You
They
know what I'm
do.
saying? You'd be like, man, I don't want to be alone. And that's another thing too. Like, you're never alone because you got friends, you got outlets. You
Right.
can
Michael
always-
Jackson told you a long time ago, you are not alone.
But one thing I'm learning in this whole new single arena, because like I was married for 10 years
Mm-hmm. Okay.
and we was together for 3, so been out of the game for 14 years.
Okay.
So what I am learning is there's always more.
It's always more.
We get so wrapped up in just that one person,
Mm-hmm.
but the house is more of that one person.
Mm-hmm.
It might take you a second to meet something to what you are accustomed to,
Mm-hmm.
but you will run into that again.
If
you
you
know-
are patient.
If you are patient, yeah.
Yeah,
And you're
take
going to
time.
run into other people that can entertain you in between those
In between them
times.
times, right.
You know what I'm saying? That you don't have to, quote unquote, give your all to a fall for. You just, if you want company.
Right.
You don't have to be, quote unquote, alone. I ain't talking to nobody. You got to still mingle, but know what your mingling is in that time.
I agree with that. I think it's like
Mm-hmm.
if you got your dream vacation, right? And you said we're going to the Maldives. You don't stop going to Nashville and
Right,
Chattanooga
right.
and New Orleans until you go there. You still travel,
Right.
But you know that the ultimate destination
It's the Maldives.
is the
That's it.
Maldives.
But it took me a second to note, and so a lot of people have a hard time with it because you're so accustomed to that one
Situation.
And it starts when you're young, like when you're in high school, you meet this girl or a girl meets a guy, and it's like we together, and it's like, why can't you talk to multiple people while you're in school?
Right.
Why do you have to find that one person? You could have took that one person to the prom, but everybody wants to settle down with one person to cut everybody else out.
Well-
and then when things break bad, guess what they do?
Find somebody else.
They find
That's
somebody
somebody
else.
else.
Well, here's the thing. The reason why they do that in high school is because we're young and we're just trying to mimic what we see our mom and dad do.
That's true.
And we're playing a game that we know not of.
That's
when it
true.
comes to
That's
that
true.
commitment.
That's true.
And that's why I tell my children when they were in high school, man, you can date as many people as you want.
Right.
You don't have to stop at one because you going what they call going steady.
Right.
Right.
You gotta go steady, man. Look, I got friends.
Right.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what are we doing that is constituting a relationship anyway? I mean, we're going to the movies, eating popcorn. We might be kissing and, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah. Doing
playing,
some other things.
doing some other things.
Tickle.
Yeah,
Tickling.
some things.
Some slap and tickle.
Slap and tickle.
Slapping and tickling.
Slapping and tickling.
Last time you was slapped and tickled.
Moving on to number 2.
number 2. Let's go to the third point. Let's see.
I go third point. All right.
Yeah.
What the third point say? That's a good one.
You've already invested a significant amount of time and energy in this relationship, and fear starting over.
That's so
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
That is so true.
Everybody's scared to start over. That's like, so I said we were going to tie in business and some of these things. Some people are at dead-end jobs and afraid to leave because they don't want to start over.
You got to start over somewhere.
But
Yeah.
but their job is killing you. You come home complaining. You wake up
Right.
complaining. When the alarm clock goes off, you dreading even putting your clothes on.
Right.
You always telling everybody at the job you're getting ready to quit, but you never leave. Why don't you leave?
Why don't you leave?
Yeah, the fear of starting over. When you start a new job, you got to meet new people. You got to learn the new systems. You got to learn the route. With this person here, you already know what it is, and even if you're unhappy, you still go through with it because you're like, at least I know what I'm getting myself into instead of
Unhappiness.
yeah,
Unhappiness.
unhappy
But who in the hell wants to be unhappy
Right.
the rest of their life.
For the rest
for the
of their
rest of your life?
Right.
man, you might live to be 102 years old.
Exactly.
I don't know what
Exactly.
to say.
You gotta have some fun.
You got to live. You got to enjoy it.
Well, I
you
just
know?
tell people, like I tell my wife, we had an agreement when we first started, like being serious, not committed, but being serious.
Mm-hmm.
I have to be happy, and she has to be happy.
Mm-hmm.
So we both have to find ways to make each other happy and make ourselves happy individually.
Right.
But if I'm not happy, what's the point of being here?
My question, what's the difference between being serious and in a committed relationship?
Serious is like, hey, you know, we strong. I'm feeling you. I'm digging you. We good. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what happens. You know what I'm saying?
So everybody cut off at that point.
No.
You
I
just
was
more focusing
Yeah,
on
yeah.
her.
Yeah.
You let
Yeah,
her know
you
that
number one.
you number one, and like I'm really okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm watching this thing. Kind of
Yes.
like it's kind of like being in the G League. You saying
Yeah.
you got 15 players in the G League.
Yeah.
And you like on the side, but when practice over with,
There
you
you
like,
go. Okay.
hey bro,
Real
come
talk.
here. Hey man, keep doing what you
You
doing,
doing.
man.
You
You
in a
headed
good
to the
place.
Grizzlies. You in a
Yeah.
real good place right now.
Okay.
You're making me consider
Okay.
doing
Yeah, bring you on
doing
up.
the right thing.
Right.
And like I said, I can be transparent because Tanya said we're going to be transparent on this show as we continue to grow with the show and continue to get our audience.
Mm-hmm.
But like when I first met Tanya, I told her I'm still seeing 2 other people.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real talk.
Yeah. You know
I
what I'm
love
saying?
it.
You know what I'm saying? But at that moment when I met her, I knew something was special about her. So
Right.
then I started really examining, really wasn't watching her.
Right.
I was examining these other 2. And I said, I got to make a cut and cut it down to 2 people. And then the second person just made it even easier.
Right,
you know what
right,
I'm saying?
right.
And then I was like, hey, man, you know, I ain't seeing nobody else right now. Now, I don't know what she was doing. Pretty sure she still had dudes she was seeing and stuff like that. But I just let her know that, hey, you know what I'm saying, this is where I'm at. You know what I'm saying, I'm focusing on you.
So
And then,
you made yourself vulnerable.
I was just being transparent.
Okay, because another thing,
Mm-hmm.
people don't be vulnerable. They don't tell people like how they really feel
Yeah.
because they don't want nobody to say like, "Oh yeah, I got this person."
Yeah,
You know
and that's
what?
most men.
Yeah, you know what?
That's most men.
I can honestly say that my wife is the first person that I've ever talked to or dated that I just told her was like me. Like, this is
It
how
was
I
meant.
feel.
That's it.
Right.
This is just how I feel.
Right.
And you shouldn't date anybody that you got to
that you
change.
Yeah,
that you
exactly.
fear judgment of or
Right,
whatever. Hey,
right.
you're supposed to be my spouse.
Right.
Right.
You know, you're supposed to be my confidant.
I should be able to talk to you and tell you
and
anything.
be open, like,
and
man,
not look at you side.
I'm feeling like a loser today.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just think I ain't up to it. I'm scared.
Right.
I'm scared.
Right. Say that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's the first person that I've ever done that with.
But
And-
she made you feel comfortable enough and shown you her loyaltiness to you in order for you to open up like that.
Yeah,
Others
yeah.
probably didn't give you that. Or you heard them talk about other folks'
Yeah.
failures or situations. You're like,
well-
I ain't gonna be able to dive in maybe on her because
I think it comes down to like our upbringing. Like we're all siblings and everything. I never seen Dad cry. I never seen Dad. Like,
have.
I have.
You have?
Yeah.
Damn. See, I missed that. I never saw it.
I don't know where you was
I
at.
never saw it. Right. he was a little bit. Maybe he was a little bit younger when he was bringing me up.
Yeah,
but
maybe
Dad was
so.
this macho guy to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
When you
Just-
first born,
yeah,
you
know what I'm saying?
you the namesake.
And I was
know.
gone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At 17. So
Right.
you know what I'm saying? I don't know what happened between that time.
Oh, hell, bro.
I see my dad cry.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I never saw that. So, you know what I'm saying? If I had emotions and everything, I would just keep them deep inside.
Right.
I'm
'Cause you
like,
were taught that.
Yeah, I was taught that. But then, you know, Tanya taught me like, hey man, you know, it's okay to, you know, be upset
Upset,
about this
right.
thing. And I ain't upset, you know, I ain't messed up about it. It's all good. Like, I could tell by your demeanor and
That you're not good.
That you're not good.
Right.
Just let's talk about it.
Right.
And then I did it one time and I cried on the shoulder. And she said, hey man, we're gonna be good. And ever since then
You felt comfortable.
felt-
you felt it was a safe
I
place
felt-
for you.
I feel safe and
That's
nurtured.
it.
All right.
That's
What's
it.
number 4, y'all?
I feel safe and nurtured. Derek said,
Oh,
he
this
ain't-
is a good one.
Derek said he ain't had that
I
yet, so
gotta go.
keep
I gotta
moving.
go in on this one.
Okay.
You are holding on unto hope about your partner's potential rather than the actual person in front of you.
The potential.
I've been guilty of that.
The potential.
You holding on to
you are
the-
holding on to hope about your partner's potential.
Yeah.
They gonna get it right.
They gonna
get it
That's
right.
what I said.
because you
They gonna
because because you
That's what I
believe
said.
because you believe in them and you can see how if they just do it
This way.
it's gonna be good. But
Yeah.
they
can't.
they can't do it.
They can't do it.
do it.
3 months, 3 to 6 months. If they not doing it, then
Yeah.
they not gonna do it.
And we can-
and getting married or getting engaged, getting married
Or moving in.
is not gonna change that.
no.
They gonna do it for a
Right.
short period of time, And then they're going to revert back
to who they are.
Now, let me defend this statement because I think that we have to give people a disclaimer. Whenever I feel like it could be some sense of misleading, I like to give a disclaimer. I'm 46. We all in our 40s, right?
Right, correct.
So we are who we are. We're stuck in our ways. We pretty much are not going to change. But for those young couples that are listening to us, I think that you can give a few extra inches of that potential because people mature during that 20, 25. You know, it's kind of like, 21 years old, 22
Absolutely.
years old.
Yeah.
You know, neither one of y'all really have it together.
Right.
So it's a growing opportunity. But at the age I am now, if I was single,
Yeah.
3 months, I'm seeing all these signs. It's over with.
I got a 3-month rule.
3 months.
That's
months,
it,
man.
3 months.
3 months, man. Because time is not on our side.
Hey.
21-year-old, if y'all 21
Yes.
up to 30,
Right.
you can make those mistakes. Give that guy, give that woman a chance
Right.
to get it right. But if you are 35, you don't have time
Right.
to be trying to wait for a person's potential. You got to look at the person that's in front of you because more than likely that person is set in their way. You can't teach an old dog new
It
tricks.
said this here, holding on to hope that a person you're dating will change is a recipe for a disappointment, but also clouds your ability to see the red flags in front of you.
Because I see women, they come to the bar and they talk to me because I like to talk about relationships. They say, well, Will, man, he's a good guy. He just ain't got a job right now. You know what I'm saying? How old is he? He's 50 years old. When last time he worked? Well, he probably ain't had a job.
In between jobs.
He in between jobs for 5 years.
What is in between jobs?
To me, in between jobs is like I got fired on Friday, and I'm back at work on Monday. Saturday and Sunday, I was in between jobs.
Right.
But Monday morning,
back at
I'm
work.
back on the hustle.
Yeah,
I'm back on the
yeah,
hustle.
yeah.
But if it's been a year
And a half, you ain't in between jobs. You lazy. You lazy as a motherfucker.
Yeah, you just don't want to
you
work.
in between losing your house.
And your car.
in your car. You in between picking which viaduct to stay up on.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't have time to be picking which woman you want to be with.
Right.
In between.
I think that if you broke, you shouldn't even be dating.
So a lady came by the
That's law.
A lady
That's
came
law.
by the truck
That's
the other
law.
day. I mean, and I know where she comes by quite often. And I asked her, I said, you always come by here by yourself. What's the deal? And she says there's not enough men in Memphis like that have anything going. They have anything going.
Okay.
She's like, I work 2 jobs, got my own house, got my own car, and everything else. These guys want you to move them in and want you to stay with them and live with them. She said, so I just rather just be single and be by myself than take care of a guy.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
100%.
I saw a video the other day on Facebook. Crazy. And lady started filming because her heart is pounding because she senses something's wrong, right? She got her friend taking her back to her house because her boyfriend, she kept seeing her man had dropped her off at work and her cycle came on. She didn't have any
Feminine products.
feminine products to have, so she was trying to call him to either 1, bring some to her, or 2, pick her up so she can come home and take care of her business. And he wasn't answering the phone, so she driving, she talking crazy, and she pulls up, and it's her car in the yard and like 2 other cars, and she goes in the house, and it's 3 dudes in there playing video games. I mean, they got chips everywhere, they got weed everywhere, they got bottles of beer stuff everywhere, and she like, man, is this what you doing in my house? I don't even smoke in my own house. You in here just playing video games all day? And she started unplugging all the video games, and dude like, man, why you tripping? She said, matter of fact, give me my keys to my car. And he was like, I ain't giving you the keys to your car. And she snatched them from me like, oh, that's cool, that's how you gonna play it. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
But she was a working woman.
Wow.
She was very intellectual.
Yeah.
Wow.
And at the end of the day, she had some dude sitting on her
Some
couch.
little boy.
He had on a Taco Bell shirt, like the ones they give away. It was
little
bad.
boy.
It was bad.
Just because I don't want to be alone.
I said, I don't want to be
I don't want to be
Are
alone.
We gonna finish this series today?
Yeah.
Or we gonna,
Oh, yeah.
No. I'm saying, are we gonna pick it up on?
Oh, yeah.
The next one, because I mean, it's a lot to talk about on this right here.
Yeah, we can. It just depends on.
Let's see how far we can go.
Go.
Man, okay.
Okay. Number 5, you attach your worth to your relationship status. So some people are dating or in a relationship because they think that their friends view them as complete.
Yeah.
Have you ever been single and your friends ask you, girl, why you single?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude, man.
Why you not
somebody-
married?
Why
Yeah.
you not married
Yeah.
yet? You know what I'm saying?
I think women get that more than
Men do.
Yeah,
Men-
because
I don't
women
never hear
seem
no man say-
women seem to really care about being in relationships.
Relationships. Yeah.
Yeah, men. No, man, if a guy come to you and say, "Man, why are you single, man?" I'm like,
Right.
"Dog, what you want me or something?"
Right.
What's
Yeah,
up?
dudes, I don't think that's more
Yeah.
on a woman too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're more
Yeah.
about that. I
But,
agree.
but what is it about that? Why do y'all think that
I think-
being married is like the ultimate?
I think because we're embedded with that when you're a child. You got the princess and the prince.
Mm-hmm.
You got Barbie, you got Ken. You know, everything is around being with just, you know, that man. You know, when you get a certain age, you know, you're supposed to be looking into getting married. You know, like I was the last to get married out of all my friends.
Right.
Every time I was always in somebody's wedding. Everybody, hey, but when it's gonna be your turn? You know, when it's like
Psychological.
It's like I
And
think
it's pressure, too.
and it's
Peer
pressure. It's pressure. So I think
Did
that
you
it's,
feel pressure to get married?
I felt like I was running out of time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I felt like everybody else was doing it. What's wrong with me?
Right.
You know, and so at that time I thought like that because I was younger.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But now, you know, of course, it's, you know, hindsight is different.
Right.
But I think that women are definitely pressured
Mm-hmm.
into marriage more than men because, you know, we're not quote unquote supposed to be in the streets doing him, and them. And I think
I
that's
used
just
to be with
them.
him.
Yeah.
I
And
used to-
them.
I used to be with her and
So
her
I think
and her
it looks
and
good. Some people like that. It's like, yeah, I'm a woman because I got a whole man, but he ain't really your
But
man.
you ain't did nothing to do to keep that man.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think sometimes women, if you are single right now and you got your stuff together and you got it going on, a lot of your friends that are married are probably miserable.
Oh, yeah.
And trying to get you in that same,
Same
boat.
boat. Exactly.
They wish they could do what you are.
Ma-
I'm gonna tell you, men used to tell men, and I used to hear this all the time, especially when I worked at this place where they sold TVs and entertainment stuff. And I'd be like, "Man, why don't you buy the TV?" He's like, "You must not be married. Can't buy a TV because you got to go talk to your wife first."
What?
And I'm like, "What? Don't get married, brother. Don't get married." And men will tell men that. Women don't tell women, "Don't get married. Don't get
No,
married."
I have to disagree.
Man,
Is
women be
that,
telling women.
is
I
that,
had- I had
is
to
that
dis-
why? Is that why you don't have any TVs in your house?
That's right. I had to talk to somebody.
I have to disagree because I have now all my married friends want to talk to me now about my singleness.
Yeah.
And they like, girl, how is it? You know,
Right.
and so I can't say that
Because
women.
they're on the fence. They're on the fence
yeah,
too.
right,
Fence too.
right.
They
You know,
So-
you started a whole movement, man.
Sure did.
A lot of men head to divorce court because of April. Because April living her best life.
I finally have embraced it. You know, it
was hard at first, right?
Hell yeah, because you're so used to certain lifestyle and accustomed to, you know, getting up with someone, being
Yeah.
around someone,
Yeah.
and sharing it with someone. But
And letting go is not easy.
and letting go is not easy.
It's not easy.
It's
Not
not.
easy.
But I'll be honest with you, it has been one of the best decisions of my life.
Yeah,
I
thus
don't
far.
have any regrets.
Is that a Movado watch?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It was a gift.
Okay.
You know, and it's just, you know, this dude here, man, this dude right here. Anyways, keep it moving. Go ahead. What they got to do with anything right now?
I just thought about it,
I'm just
man.
saying, I'm living my best life.
I got on the Versace watch. You got on what you got? You got an Apple watch. Okay, all right.
What's the next one, man? Oh Lord, that's
man,
law.
That's law. That's law.
The real thing is, okay, so the next one is you don't know who you are outside of this relationship. Like you don't have an identity.
Some
Like
people do lose themselves in a
yeah,
relationship. you know.
yeah. Like I'm used to having Tanya around me at least
All day.
90%
75
of the time.
95%.
93, 94%. Tanya,
she here
we're gonna
somewhere
keep
tonight.
it. I know.
Tanya,
She
where
right
you at?
there.
Where you at?
Yeah, she up. Tanya.
Somewhere.
Tanya.
Oh damn. 85%.
She up under here.
Tanya, get up.
Get up.
Get up,
Hey
babe.
man, I can't help it, man. We two peas in the pod, man.
And you know what? There's
okay.
nothing wrong with
Nothing
that.
wrong
That
with
is
it.
beautiful.
That is beautiful.
Because
It is.
whomever I get into that position with again,
Yeah.
boy, you're stupid.
Whenever you get that bitch again.
Yeah, forget you.
Y'all, man, y'all
Cutting up on me over here. But when I do, I want my best friend.
What's your best friend?
I want my best friend. Like
Yeah, so-
we could do, you know, everything up together. And it's not like, dang, why is he here? But we
Yeah.
really enjoy
Being with each other.
And then we
We-
have our downtime where you do you.
Yeah.
Do. But then I'm still, even though I'm doing that thing, I'm just like, I miss my buddy.
Yeah, that's how.
You know what I'm saying?
That's where
and
I'm
there's
at.
nothing wrong with
That's
that.
where I'm at.
I love that. I
Like
love
today,
that
I
about
played
y'all.
golf with her, and I was like, man, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It ain't the same. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
I love that
I'd
about
rather play
y'all.
golf with Tanya than play with my other guy friend.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
I love that. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I got to travel this week without her, and I'm like, man, it sucks. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But
Yeah.
you know, it's
Yeah.
business. You know what
It's
I'm
part
saying?
of it.
Part of it. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all will see each other again.
Right.
Yeah. I got a
And,
picture.
you know, and
I got a picture
sometime-
of her on my phone, so when I do travel,
And that,
Lies, man. Lies.
what, man?
and then that time apart is
It's
really
good.
It's good.
It's good.
It's
Yeah,
healthy.
yeah. It's a reset, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah. So, but some people don't have an identity, so they are afraid to leave. Like, what will I do now without this person? Who am I?
Live.
Who am I? So I tell people, make sure you know who you are before you get into a relationship.
In order to be happy in a relationship, you have to be happy with yourself first.
And
You have
don't
to be happy
lose
with
yourself
yourself.
within a relationship. I think a lot of times people put 100% into a person, and they don't get anything in return, and so everything is built around that person. It's all about that person.
Right.
So I think that a lot of people don't leave because of that. Your partner is emotionally abusive, and people don't leave. You ain't going no. You know what? We had a friend, and a woman told him straight up, I ain't worried about him. He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
And she told him all the time, you ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
No matter what she did, no matter how many times he caught her cheating, no matter how many times he caught her with all kind of stuff. She was like, I don't care. He ain't going nowhere. And it was, that's emotionally abusive.
abusive.
It is emotionally
You know
abusive.
what I'm saying?
You should have some respect for a person, even if they're not going nowhere. Then if you know you're not fulfilling your end, that person should walk away.
Right.
That person should be
Right.
like, you know what? I ain't got to do this, but people want to have their cake and eat it too, though, right?
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
But then under that, it was saying that a lot of times you blame everything that goes wrong kind of on yourself.
On yourself.
So they kind of manipulate you and make you feel like
If you leave, it's you.
it's you.
Man.
If
It
you
ain't
leave,
working.
it's you.
Ain't nothing like a sad story.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Like this is the reason why I'm this way or
Right,
this.
right.
And then you kind of get yourself like, dang.
Gaslighting. That's gaslighting.
That's gaslighting. That's manipulation.
Yeah, you're like, okay. all
That's a
right.
manipulator.
Yeah,
You know
be
what I'm
like,
saying?
Dang, okay,
And-
I feel bad now.
Yeah.
And another thing too, people don't leave because people don't respect the person's boundary.
Right.
If a person leaves and then they steady calling or steady texting or finding ways, I know people that call from other people's phone just to talk
That's
to a
so
person.
crazy.
And it's like
That's weird.
it's like,
That's sick.
It's sick.
Let them get them some time.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
if they gonna get back with you, they gonna get back with you on their time.
I was guilty of that in my 20s.
I mean, you was young.
Yeah, when I
Yeah.
was my first
You
marriage.
shouldn't be in your 40s.
Yeah.
Calling folks from other
No,
phones.
no. that's
even
weird.
even calling them if they ain't answered by the second time you done gave them a call.
Right.
Man, give them that space.
Yeah.
If you text somebody and say, hey, how you doing? They don't respond. Don't worry about
Don't
it.
worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Number 8, you have been conditioned to overfunction in a relationship and fix, save, or fight for it at the expense of yourself. So it's kind of like what April said, we were brought up in a 2-parent home.
Right.
And our parents are still married and they're happily married right now. There were some rough times.
Of course.
But they didn't leave each other. So
Right.
you see that and then you start saying, well, let me try to fix it.
Yeah.
Let me try to make it right.
But they were married.
Yeah,
Right.
but they were married.
See,
Right.
married is a whole different thing. You can kind of work through some things when you married. When you're in a relationship with somebody and there are problems already in the beginning and
Man.
throughout the relationship, it's time to cut the cord.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, yeah.
You try not. You can't save them.
can't save 'em.
Yeah.
But we don't leave. We try to fix it. We try
Try
to
to-
patch it up. We try
right.
to figure out what's wrong with me. What am I doing
Right.
wrong?
Right.
Or we try to go and get them, the help that they
They
should
need-
have seek for themselves.
Way before they got to you.
Right.
Yeah, right.
right.
And
Right.
we've sitting there, we so busy fixated, like they said on here, on fixing them that we ain't really connecting with each other because I'm busy trying to make sure you
Yeah,
good.
you being more of a counselor than you are a companion.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what happens to a lot of people in this thing. Then they feel responsible for him. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, I can't leave him right now. You know
Right.
what
He
I'm saying?
going through
He
this,
going through.
or she got that going on,
Yeah.
and things in that nature.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah,
said, I thought somebody driving a Dodge Charger through here. I said, oh. So y'all got a charge.
We
on the
got
set?
2 more things on here, I think.
let's see. You're confusing chemistry for compatibility. So it's like what Jay Buck said. Two of y'all got something in common.
Right.
Yeah.
But there is no true compatibility.
Right.
The chemistry is there, but compatible
Right.
outside of what we going through together.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, Derek's vegan and his girlfriend is a carnivore.
Right.
Derek likes cars and she don't like to go anywhere. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Derek likes music and she likes to be quiet.
Right.
But you never see that piece of it
Yeah.
because y'all just focus on the fact that both of y'all come from broken homes.
Right.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
That's a
y'all,
good one.
And y'all leaning on each other.
Yeah.
You believe relationships are hard, and this is just a rough patch. So you don't leave because it's just a phase.
Yeah, it's gonna change.
It's gonna change.
Once again.
But it doesn't change.
Yep.
It doesn't change.
I like what it said. It said, yes, relationships are hard and they require work, but they shouldn't be that hard.
It shouldn't be that hard.
So, my guy Giveon, I love his music. He had a quote on one of his songs. He said, "Love will give you everything that you need and take what you don't appreciate."
Right.
So, after you done gave this person everything that you can give them, you gotta take it away. You gotta say, you know what, I'm out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't gave you everything that I can give, and now I gotta take what you don't appreciate,
Right.
which
Right.
is the understanding of what we trying to do, which is not compatible.
Right, right. And I believe, like, you shouldn't have a lot of rough patches in a relationship.
No.
It shouldn't always be a tug of war, tug and pull every day. You hear people for days in, days out, for months and years, like, girl, guess what he did? Or, man, you ain't gonna believe what she did.
Right.
And it's like all the time. When you
Right.
talk to these people, you never hear them say, hey, man, today was a good day, man. Me and the
Right.
wife went and played golf
Right.
and had dinner, watched a movie,
Right.
man, you know what I'm
Right.
saying, and chilled out. If every time I ask you, man, how your girl doing, you're like, man, shit.
Man.
Here we go again with
we-
something. Yeah,
yeah, man.
and it might be good for a week or two, but then you hit that one more time. It's
Yeah.
it's like a cycle.
Right.
Like it may be
like-
good, then it's going.
Boom.
It's
Yeah.
like no,
Right. Every 2 weeks, it's a mess.
it's a
Yeah,
mess.
it's a mess.
So-
You don't
so-
know
so-
how to approach this person. This person is 1 minute they good, next minute they not. Like
Yeah.
no, why deal with it?
And then you got to be able to communicate. If you're not communicating and letting the person know how you feel, and
Right.
you holding stuff in, and then once you communicate those things and they don't change or don't do what they,
Hey,
then it's time. Like I said, once again, cut the cord.
time to go.
This particular information we got says a relationship shouldn't require you to sacrifice your values or your sense of self.
Right.
Your relationship should be a stable and secure force in your life
Yeah.
rather than a cause of distress or disconnection from your authentic self.
Right.
Right.
Like if you getting stressed out all the time
Right.
and you always up
You
in the
gotta
bar,
go drinking and
what I'm
you
saying?
drink your
or,
sorrow-
or you just want to get away. Like
Right.
I just want to be gone.
Yeah, I want a
like, I
break.
just want to leave. I need a break. Need
Right.
to stop. Need to stop. Then you should probably leave. Because that's not what relationships are. They're about building and being together.
You should want to be
You should want to be where you are.
with around that person,
Yeah.
not like man, here she come or here he come.
On this last topic, I can't even say it, that they did not discuss.
What's that?
There's nowhere on this list. Security.
Oh yeah.
Oh, a lot of people stay.
A lot
for
of people
security.
stay because
That's
of
true.
security. I
That's
thought
true.
that should have been the number one thing on
Right,
this list.
right.
Is finances.
Yes.
A lot of times a person is with you because what you can do for them.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I'm not leaving. I mean, you know what I'm saying? She
And-
screwed
and,
up.
And some men stay because of good sex too.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
man,
yeah.
she bad in the bedroom, man. I deal with whatever she got coming, whatever.
Yeah, I
man.
think a lot of
Dang.
times people think sex is a payment for punishment,
Yeah.
for their punishment or whatever.
Yeah.
And I think that sometimes people, weak-minded people, are like, I don't want to leave her because I don't want nobody else to get what I got.
Man,
But-
somebody getting it now.
Somebody getting it right now.
Right,
Somebody's
exactly,
getting it right
exactly.
now. While you listening to this podcast,
Somebody
getting
getting it
it
right
right
now.
It takes about 4 minutes.
That's what people say,
Maybe
man.
5.
It takes about 4 minutes to get it over with.
Get it over with.
And 2 if you're trying to get it done quickly.
Trying to get it done quickly, boy.
So-
walking to the stall with you. Sorry, go ahead. don't get me show y'all no demonstration. Man.
No.
No,
Have a seat. Have a seat. Yeah, we
But yeah, I
straight.
think like money and sex are the 2 reasons why people stay in a
That's true.
relationship. I know people right now that are in situations, they like, if I leave, where I'm going to go? And the guy or the woman knows that too. They'll tell you, where you going to go? That verbally abusive
That's
piece
it,
of
Burba.
it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where you going to go? You can't live like this nowhere else.
Right.
You ain't going to drive. You ain't taking that car with you.
Right.
I'll pay for that car.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of women, I think more women than men are in that position right now.
I
where-
agree.
where
I
they- where
agree.
they can't leave.
Shout out to the women that leave and
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Shout
because
out.
because at the end of the day, they're gonna leave you anyway. You know what I'm
Exactly,
saying? And
exactly.
it's not worth being happy because you got a Mercedes Benz
Right.
or
Right.
you got a house out in
Right.
Southwind. It's just about being like, hey, I'm finna start over.
Mm-hmm.
And if I have to stay in a 1-bedroom apartment
Right.
in some places that I would not want to stay,
Yeah.
I gotta do that and build because this is bondage.
Yeah.
Right.
And ultimately, that's what it is. It's either bondage on it's bondage on your end because you won't leave. There's something that has you in a chain
Right.
that you're not willing to break.
And you want to leave, but for some reason you stay. Like you want. I know somebody right now like that. It's toxic. I mean, it's bad. Like, you know, got a window bust out, all type of stuff, and still sit there and think like, I want to leave, man. But then it's they'll be good again, and then the craziness will come
Right.
back.
Right,
You know what
right.
I'm saying? So
Some people like it was one on there. We
But the highs and lows.
The highs and lows. Some people love toxicity.
Yeah.
And they stay because they get that from that person.
It's low, you know, and then but it's gonna be high again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's bad right now, but man, I remember the times
Right.
when it's fun and,
Yeah.
and when it's fun, it's good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, now we hitting the low again, and you know, it might be a month, but you like it's gonna be a moment before
Right.
just in a few days, something gonna happen that's gonna bring us together, and then it's gonna spike us back together again, and then it's gonna be low again.
some folks got to die before a person leave.
That's true.
Yeah.
Some people have died before
True.
before they
That's
left.
true.
Yeah.
Girl, I'd be glad when he died. It's
I'm tell you, I'll be glad his mother died. Yeah, you heard from Tim. Girl, I hope he don't come home.
hope he dead. Hope he dead.
Well, in Memphis, you probably never mind.
I think that if you hoping that your significant other is dead or dying,
Right.
you should probably leave.
Yeah,
should
they
leave. You
leave the
should
house to
leave.
go smoke a cigar and they don't come home. You ain't heard from
And
them.
you ain't called to check
ain't
on
called
them.
to check on them. That's pretty bad.
That's
pretty
time.
bad.
Yeah, it's
It's
time.
like-
it's definitely time.
Hey, he gone. He never came back.
Right,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
And you ain't even looking for him. You ain't put out
Police
the
knock on
missing.
the door and everything. Like, man, how long you been missing? I think he left about 3 days ago. Like, you didn't think that was normal? Like, you didn't think that was normal?
I was hoping for the best.
Yeah, I was hoping for. He do that sometimes.
He do that sometimes. Sometimes he leave and don't come back for a
Yeah.
weekend or two. You know
Is he
what
alive? Is he dead?
I'm saying? He dead.
He did. Praise the Lord.
okay.
Look at God.
let me get my clothes, get up out of there, because this ain't my house. This is his house. You know what I'm saying?
It's my house now.
It's mine now. Oh my God.
What's the best?
Unless he left it to the side chick.
Right, the side chick got it, or his wife got it.
Oh, wife got it.
Ooh,
Oh, that's
side
a
chick
good
the
one.
whole time.
Wow.
Man, we got so many topics we can talk about. Because how can you be married and then want the person to be like everything that you want them to be? Like they know that you married, but that's a whole.
That's all. Yeah.
Yeah.
We get that another
Yeah,
time.
we get
Yeah,
that
yeah, we
right
get
there.
that. Yeah.
This the last question. This the last question I'm gonna ask.
Okay, go ahead.
And because we didn't talk about it, so a person wants to leave. What's the best way to leave? What's the best way to break up with a person? Help these people out.
There's no easy way to do it other than just say it. You know, I think that there's a good way to do it, and it should be peaceful. Should never be to the point where you yelling and screaming.
Right.
Or don't wait. I hate when folks wait till like there's an argument and it's like
Right.
a big blow up and it's
Right.
like, you know what? I'm out. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this shit.
Right.
And I'm out. You were waiting on that the
waiting on
whole
anyone.
Right.
time. Man, it should be peaceful. It should be like, hey, you know what? We're both good people. We just want two different things. And,
Right.
Or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? You like cheating, I don't cheat. So you've been cheating on me the whole time and I just can't deal with that.
Right.
And it should be peaceful. It should just be like, boom. If you gotta leave like and go somebody and
Yeah.
all that, I just think that's bad because
I agree.
you know, you should be, especially if you our age,
Right.
you better have a conversation and say, hey, this just ain't
And
right.
if you've been in a relationship with that person, if y'all shared and experienced a lot of things, I think you owe that person to a degree an explanation. I mean, I always believe in transparency. Like, I think you should talk it.
We'll believe in ghosts and
Yeah,
say,
we'll be like, I ain't even say bye. He could come home. He ain't
You
got
know
nothing.
why? I've had some bad experiences talking to women face to face when it comes to breaking up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Got attacked.
I guess I'm just a different
I
breed.
got
man.
attacked. I got attacked, man. I was violated. I was abused.
What?
Yeah.
We gotta talk about men being abused too.
Yeah,
Men being
yeah.
abused at some
I was
point.
abused. So after that, I started saying to myself, you know what?
Just block the number. Just
Block the number. Don't answer my phone
Don't
calls.
answer. Knock
So
at
if
the
you've been
door.
with somebody for a year and a half, y'all been like together, like you gonna just ghost them
3 years. I was the person 3 years, 4 years.
and you ghost them.
I had to.
But okay, when you got to that ghost part, y'all was already at a bad state.
Well, I was like,
It
you
wasn't
know,
just woke up one morning like-
no, I had been mentioning to her like, hey, look, you know what I'm saying? I just need some time. I want to be alone.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I really don't
Okay,
wanna
well
be
you
here.
would kind of
I
let
don't
her
wanna be
know.
If ghosting your thing, that's your thing.
But that did not work. It was like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? That's cool, you know.
think ghosting is coward,
And then no, then they call and you know you talk and everything,
Ghosts get you popped.
and then they say something like, let me come over here and just talk to you. No, you can't find me. It's Memphis. You know what I'm saying? I live a very private life. You can't find out where I stay. Don't worry. You know what I'm saying?
They know you down there, Fat Charlie.
Hey, look.
Last words.
And I said, come on over. Let's talk. You want to hear what I got to say? Let's talk and everything. And then when I was sitting there talking to him, and I was like, hey, look, man, you know, I'm looking at other situations. I'm looking at other women.
Oh, that's where you got scrapped. That's where you got you in. You gotta go into that.
Yeah, you could have said this ain't working.
This ain't-
You gotta
this
say you
ain't-
gotta find out.
I got fired on for that.
I bet you did.
I can see
Man,
that.
I had a woman tell me once.
And I said to myself, see, I was good before I let you come over here and talk to me face to face. I think that's weird. I just want to talk to you for a minute. Just tell me what's going on.
And you
That
say-
person
you
know-
say
that
no.
person know
You say
saying
you say
no.
no.
Don't
Just
say no.
Say I told you. I'm just
Don't meet them at the park.
Yeah.
Don't meet them
No,
like that.
no.
Because you'll be laying beside your car dead.
Right.
So, right.
You be-
No, I
Right.
agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think you can tell them over the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
I think once you
I don't like arguing.
Okay, so once you didn't did that and cut it off,
Right.
don't meet nobody.
That's it.
Don't
Yeah,
don't
see-
meet up.
I
Don't
hate
meet
the
up.
argument thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like when we talk about business, we say we fire somebody, you fire them really quickly. Hey, how you doing? Come on in and have a seat. Hey, based upon these 3 things here, and you signed here on this day right here, you said you weren't going to do it again. You came in late again. Here's separation notice. Need your credit card, need your keys, and everything that you have that belongs to the company. And they walk out and they leave.
Yeah.
But the minute that person say, but look, you know, and you start having rebuttal, then it just builds up more and more. And that's what happens more in relationships than it does business. Because people in business like, all right, well, screw you then. You ain't going to be successful nowhere. And they'll storm the door and they'll leave. But when you got somebody that you've been with for a year and a half, 2 years, 3 years, and they don't want to leave or they're not ready to give up on it,
Right.
and you are, then it becomes combative. Y'all going back and forth because you did right here, right there, right there. Well, give me
But
another chance.
they still can be that way even if you ghost them.
Yeah, but you ain't gonna see me, and I'm hoping that I'm so much of a ghost, like Casper,
You walk through 'em.
that they never see me again.
Yeah.
And then one day I see them out at a restaurant and they sitting with somebody else,
Yeah.
and they have moved on and they ain't thinking about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But-
They thinking about you. And they look over there and see you and be
Yeah.
like, I gotta get this pistol out the car. And
I wouldn't be with this deadbeat ass.
this dude I'm with now is terrible.
Terrible. Yeah, but I think that
Last words.
there are different ways to break up with people, but don't stay in the situation if you're not happy.
That's it. That's the
people.
ultimate thing.
People want closure. Though. People deserve closure. So if you don't give it to them, they're gonna find.
They
a way
gonna
to
get closure.
They're gonna get closure.
Some
They're gonna
way.
ride back past your house and see another car in the driveway,
And
or
they're gonna be
something
their
like that.
closure.
They're gonna be their closure, or just catch you out one day and be like, hey,
Yeah.
man. You said it happens all the time in Fat Charlie's mode.
Yeah.
Get caught up and be like, you don't remember me? You said,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
people want their clothes. I don't care if it's 2 years later. They
That's
want to
right.
know.
Well, Clown Master Award. You got any Clown Masters this week? Anybody been a clown? I'll go first. The state of Tennessee was a clown for what they did at the Capitol, trying to expel 3 Democrats for unjustifiable reasons, other than speaking out and fighting for gun control that we desperately need, not only in Tennessee but the country. And I think that those people on the other side that were trying to do this were trying to assassinate democracy. It was unsuccessful, and so they get the Clown Master Award.
I agree. I don't really have a clown master this week. Everybody's been good thus far. But I have to piggyback on what you said. That's definitely double clown master.
I think the clowns are the Republicans and the Democrats. That's just my opinion. Because we should be at a place in this country where we can all agree that guns and things of that nature are
Out of control.
out of control in this country. Now they want to pass a legal age limit to buy a firearm at 18. I think all the politicians that believe that, and whatever the kickback is, and
From the NRA.
and all that, and then one more Clown Master Award goes to. I don't know if y'all know that the guy who owned Cash App was murdered in San Francisco. He was walking at 2 a.m. somewhere. If you walking anywhere, I don't care if it's Mayberry,
Right.
at 2 a.m, you a clown.
You a clown.
Because it's so much stuff going
Right.
on, and to be successful and to made what he did with an app that people can send money to people and things of that nature, and you get stabbed. And then another clown master. It was he went to a car and he was showing the person. They saw it on camera. He was lifting up his shirt, showing the person he was stabbed, and the person just drove off. Didn't even
help.
help or nothing.
No good Samaritan.
No good Samaritan. That's a clown too.
Right.
Yeah.
I said I would have pulled off just a little bit and dialed 911. He wouldn't have got in my car with me. You
Maybe
know
he
what I'm saying?
did though. Maybe the person did call 911.
You know, it's kind of like, but, I mean, but
no, they would have been questioning that person. Like,
Yeah.
but
that
see-
person just drove off.
But see, here's the thing. It's like those horror movies, right? You driving down the highway and somebody run out
That's
the
true.
woods and they say,
They
and
got
get in front of your car, say, help me, help me, help me.
I'm pulling off.
And they full of blood.
But like
everything.
I said, I'm gonna pull over somewhere where I probably still can see, but there's no way you gonna get in my car. So whoever stabbed you, can stab me too.
But there's
You
some kind of
crazy.
conspiracy kind of behind all of that. They were saying something came.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about all that.
Okay.
Yeah, I love you. I love you.
Because I might be walking into my car.
Yeah, you sure right.
I love
Okay,
you.
well we could just
The reason why I'm gonna leave it at this. The reason why Derek won't let people get into his car because he got blood on him because he has all white seats.
that's it. Always
That's
see.
it.
And blood don't come out easy. You know what I'm
Sure,
saying?
right.
Well, those are non leather seats, so
Mm.
you just get Clorox wipe that out. Now blood, you might be wiping for a good minute.
Yeah.
It'll come out.
The ultraviolet light though. you know.
Those bound light, boy. That's the reason. Yeah.
All right, y'all. Look, this has been a great show.
Awesome. Yes.
Hopefully, we have been helpful in your decision
I hope so,
making
too.
and
Hope so,
eye-opening.
please.
Eye-opening, if anything.
Yes.
My name is Will, the Underdog Richardson.
And I am April, Mother Goose.
And I am Munchie, and I don't know if I'll be back next week, but we'll see.
We'll see.
He'll be back soon.
He'll be back soon.
Yes, he will.
All right, y'all. Until then, follow us on Facebook.
Bye-bye.
That's Law the Podcast. Instagram. That's Law the Podcast. And YouTube and Spotify. That's Law.
That's Law.
The Podcast. Y'all be
Yes.
safe, Memphis, and let's get back to work.
Go
Do it.
Grizzlies.
Go Grizz.
This is the Spotlight Podcast Network.